So in this lecture we shall be studying about the modulation theorem. We are studying about the properties of Fourier transform. So the next property is that of modulation theorem. It says that whenever you have the Fourier transform of some function f of t, which is given by capital F of omega, where omega naught is any real number, then when you multiply the function by cos of omega naught t या फिर sin of omega naught t, then in that case it is equivalent to 1 by 2 of the Fourier transform of omega plus omega naught plus the Fourier transform of omega minus omega naught, and by sine you have this quantity. So this is the modulation theorem. So let us now discuss its proof. The proof for this theorem is very simple. We know what is cos theta. Cos theta is equal to 1 by 2 e to the power iota theta plus e to the power minus iota theta. So we can substitute in place of cos of omega naught t the value e to the power iota omega naught t plus e to the power minus iota omega naught t divided by 2. So now I can now use the linearity property. Linearity property says take out all the constants outside of this Fourier transform and then apply the Fourier transform onto the function. So we can separate this term. So it would be 1 by 2 outside, and we have f of t multiplied by e to the power iota omega naught t, and then I have plus 1 by 2 f of t multiplied by e to the power minus iota omega naught t. So this is another term. So now I can apply Fourier transform on individual terms. So 1 by 2 outside, Fourier transform of first term plus 1 by 2 outside the Fourier transform of second term. So we can apply the shifting property that we have studied in the last class. According to shifting property, if you have the Fourier transform of f of t as capital F of omega, so what would be the Fourier transform of f of t multiplied by e to the power iota omega naught t? So this, according to shifting property, would be you just have to replace omega by omega minus omega naught. So this is the first thing. According to shifting property, the Fourier transform of this function, when you have e to the power iota omega naught t, you have the Fourier transform of omega minus omega naught. And when you have minus omega naught, so it would be minus omega naught here. So this minus minus becomes plus. So I have written this term over here and this term over here. So this is the final answer that we wanted in the first case. So first part has been proved. For the second part, again we can use the formula of sine theta. As we have done for cos theta, we know what is sine theta. Sine theta is 1 by 2 iota e to the power iota theta minus e to the power minus iota theta. So this is the formula. So I can write in place of sine omega naught t, in place of theta I can write omega naught t. So this formula I have written in place of sine omega naught t. So again I can just separate out the terms. So it would be 1 by 2 iota, the Fourier transform of 1 by 2 iota multiplied by f of t into e to the power iota omega naught, and then minus f of t e to the power minus iota omega naught. So by linearity property, this constant will come out of this Fourier transform, and then I will apply the Fourier transform of this term minus the Fourier transform of this term. So again, using the shifting property, frequency shifting property, if you have e to the power iota omega naught t multiplied by this f of t, so you would have capital F of omega minus omega naught, and in this term you would have omega plus omega naught. So you can shift this iota upside. How? You can multiply by iota, you can divide by iota. So this iota is here, and then in the denominator you have iota square. So iota square, that is minus 1. So minus iota by 2, and this quantity as such. And then you can take the minus common out of these two terms. So this term would become positive and this would become negative. So I have done that. So rearranging this term, we have the final result that we were seeking. So this is the modulation property for Fourier transform.